Captain wishes me?
Yes, Sergeant Gabriel. This gold is ready for shipment to Calais. Is the coach prepared?
Within 10 minutes, sir.
The guards detailed?
Waiting, Captain.
See that this is safely loaded and sent on its way.
Very good, sir.
Proceed.
Spring is in the air, Carlo. You're right, Jacopo. There's a couple who know what time of the year it is.
Makes me feel 10 years younger.
Sergeant John Devril.
Yes, Lieutenant.
You're under arrest.
Arrest? But on what charge?
Robbing the paymaster's coach while it was carrying gold to the barracks at Calais. You'll return to the barracks with me.
But this is fantastic. Who accuses me of this criminal act?
Do you intend to resist my orders, Sergeant?
No, no, sir. I'll come with you.
Your pardon, mademoiselle. I couldn't help overhearing. Don't be distressed. Your young man was certain a mistake had been made.
There must be, monsieur. John could never have done anything like that. I know him. We were to be married at the end of the week. Now...
Please don't cry. After all, a charge does not mean a conviction. And perhaps I could be of some assistance.
You, monsieur? No, it's too much to ask of a complete stranger.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the Count of Monte Cristo, and this is Jacopo and Carlo, my good friends. May I ask your name, mademoiselle?
I am Cecile Bonnet.
Mademoiselle Bonnet, now you see. We are strangers no longer.
How are you, Jean? Are they treating you all right?
As well as a prisoner can hope to be treated. I don't believe I know you, monsieur.
He's a friend, Jean, who's going to help us. The Count of Monte Cristo.
The Count of... But I do not understand.
It is not difficult to understand. I dislike injustice of any kind. And if you're really innocent, as you claim...
I am, sir. Believe me, I am.
When is the court-martial to be held?
Tomorrow, at noon.
Very well. I shall be there to listen to the evidence.
You will help him, monsieur? You will see that nothing happens to him?
I shall try. On one condition, mademoiselle. That I myself am entirely convinced of his innocence.
The coach carrying the gold shipment to the Calais barracks left close to noon. 3 hours later, it was under armed attack. The driver was murdered. The coach and the gold were then driven away by 3 masked men who carried out this attack. Hey, can you tell us anything about this, Sergeant Devril?
I know nothing of this matter, sir, beyond what I've heard in the charges read against me.
The route of the gold shipment for Calais and the hour of its departure were military secrets, were they not, Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
And to whom was this information known?
Only to the personnel of the Paymaster's command.
Ah. And, you are in the Paymaster's command, are you not, Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
These are yours, are they not, Sergeant Devril?
It is possible, sir. But most military boots look alike.
They are yours. They contain your initials inside the top flap. J.D. J.D. Jean Devril. In addition, the ground was wet at the place where the robbery took place. The mud is a reddish tinge peculiar to the locality. The dried mud on these boots found in your locker are the same. Are you able to explain that, Sergeant?
No, monsieur. I cannot.
This weapon was found at the scene of the crime by investigators. It has been traced by the Ordnance Department as one having been on issue to you.
I cannot explain that either, sir, except that it may have been taken from my equipment without my knowledge.
For the hours between noon and sundown, can you explain your whereabouts during that time?
I was in the garden of the Tuileries.
Can you prove that?
No, sir, I cannot. I was alone.
And precisely what were you doing there alone during all that time?
Walking, sitting, dreaming.
That is the only answer you can give me, Sergeant.
The only one, monsieur, since it is the truth.
5 hours of idle walking, vapid sitting, adolescent dreaming?
Monsieur, I know it may seem odd to you, but have you ever been in love?
I'm here to ask the questions, not to answer them.
Monsieur, I plan to be married this week to a girl I love most dearly. 5 hours in the gardens may seem a remarkable period to you, but for me they passed most quickly as I thought and dreamed over our future.
And that is the sum total of your defense, Sergeant.
Yes, monsieur.
The prosecution rests, messieurs.
How did the trial go, monsieur? Jean,
I'm sorry, my dear.
they found him guilty.
The evidence was overwhelming.
But it's not true. I know Jean as I know myself. He's kind, decent, and honest.
What was the verdict?
It was death, Carlo.
Oh, no.
Jacopo, see that mademoiselle is driven home.
Was it a just verdict, Edmond?
The evidence seemed conclusive. Devril could not explain his whereabouts at the time of the robbery. And that's what sets me to wonder.
Why is that?
Well, a guilty man would try to cover his tracks. Devril's explanation that he spent 5 hours in the gardens dreaming of his future with Cecile was so fantastic and yet so human.
Then you do believe he's innocent?
If he is, something must be done rapidly. The sentence has been set for a week from tomorrow.
How do we start?
Well, one fights fire with fire, and therefore we should fight gold with gold.
My dear Count.
Ah, Lesage, my dear friend, I'm happy to see that you have not forgotten our appointment.
Whatever the Count of Monte Cristo requires of Lesage, he can count on it.
Lesage, as king of the beggars of Paris, you cover the city thoroughly.
There isn't much that misses us, monsieur.
I want you to do me a favor.
Anything. You have a friend you want us to dispose of?
Nothing so violent. I want you to spread the word around Paris that I'm sending a shipment of gold to Calais tomorrow at noon.
What? You're asking for trouble.
Exactly. A large shipment, Lesage. Will you do it?
That will not take much doing. But do you realize how many cutthroats there are in Paris who will leap at this opportunity?
That, my friend, is exactly what I'm counting on.
Don't fire! Out. Climb down, they won't get hurt.
How many were there?
Only 2. We could have handled them very easily.
It's not them we want, but the man behind them. There is a livery stable about a kilometer back. Get some horses and follow me.
Get the carriage out of sight. I'm sorry, the inn is closed.
The door wasn't latched.
A mere oversight. Good day, monsieur.
Well, I see you have other guests.
They're here on a private matter.
Well, then we have something in common. I'm too.
Monsieur must be hard of hearing.
Frequently, in the interest of profit.
Is not monsieur mistaking the nature of this establishment? This is an inn.
I'm aware of it. But inns can serve many purposes in addition to food and drinks.
Such as?
Providing a private place of business.
And what is monsieur's business?
I could be a purchaser of gold.
Lock the door. And the window. Now, explain yourself, monsieur.
Well, I've heard that you have gold for sale. I'd like to put in my bid to buy it.
What kind of gold?
I'm not particular. Ingots, bullion, gold coins. Army gold, if you can't dispose of it.
Why couldn't anybody dispose of gold?
Because the law of France permits only the government to buy gold. Fortunately, I have means of getting gold out of France. Well, do we do business?
Who told you to come here?
Lesage. Lesage, the king of the beggars in Paris. Well, it seems I was misinformed. No one here is interested in making a profit.
One moment. Your name, monsieur?
That's of no concern. Only gold need be named here. Well?
What if we had, say, $500,000 in gold ingots?
I could handle more. That'll do. Show it to me.
Open up the chest.
If we agree on a satisfactory price, it is yours.
Satisfactory price, monsieur? I should say 2,000 francs should be more than ample.
2,000 francs? That's a very bad joke, monsieur.
Then why are you trying to play one on me?
What are you talking about?
You're trying to swindle an expert in the business.
Swindle?
What else? When you tried to sell me 2,000 francs worth of lead.
Lead?
See for yourself. Oh, the gold is there, all right. Thinly coated on the surface. But the substance underneath is lead.
But it cannot be it. You thieving swines. What did you do with the gold?
I swear, Esco, this is the same chest we took off the carriage on the Paris road.
The same chest, maybe, but with different contents. You both are in this conspiracy to cheat me.
Why should we? We didn't do it with a paymaster's gold. It was double this load.
I'll tell you why, you thieving swine, because I was with you on that job. This I let you do by yourselves. I'll kill you both for that.
Stop it, you fool. You want to bring the gendarmes down on us? It'll mean all our heads.
See who it is. It's Racine.
Well, it took you long enough. What's he doing here?
He was interested in buying the gold. He's a customer.
So, a customer. I was not aware that the Count of Monte Cristo was an illicit buyer of stolen gold.
Monte Cristo?
I was equally unaware that the army paymaster was a seller of it, Captain Racine.
So that's why you set us against each other. You knew the shipment was only lead.
Lead.
See for yourself.
It's lead, all right. Very clever, my dear Count.
Thank you, Captain. You saved me considerable trouble by coming here. I wanted to find out who was behind these thefts, but I did not expect you to make it this easy.
It won't be easy. That should do it for him.
He's still alive. Let's finish
No,
it.
no, wait. This man is pure gold.
Pure gold.
The Count of Monte Cristo is the richest man in France. I see no reason we shouldn't share it with him.
But how?
Don't be dull, man. Ransom. You pay a fortune for his freedom.
But his freedom is our death.
True, if we give it to him.
But you said...
He won't be alive when he's freed.
Where will we take him?
The barracks of Saint-Lay are deserted. The dungeons there will serve us well. Get the carriage.
Our carriage. Where's Edmond? No, I'll follow it. You stay here. Look around. I'll meet you back here as soon as I can.
What are you doing here? What do you want? The barracks at Saint-Lay. That's where they took Cristo. I swear it.
My apologies, my dear Count. I do hope you don't find your present circumstances too distressing.
Not distressing, Racine. It's puzzling.
Indeed?
Your purpose in keeping me alive. What is it?
Rather a mercenary one, I'm afraid.
I should have suspected that. But how can I benefit your purse now?
Not a very perceptible question for the richest man in France, Monte Cristo.
Oh, ransom.
Your life should be worth a reasonable sum to you.
Do you have any specific figure in mind?
Let's say 10 million in gold.
I'll need time to consider it.
Of course. We shall return in an hour. I suggest your answer be an agreeable one. My friend Esco here has little patience with reluctant men. Don't worry, Monte Cristo. An aching skull is always suffering at the moment.
A change in plans, Lassang?
Only a momentary one. With one of your retainers around, there might be more. As soon as we ascertain, we'll be back. You've 1 hour to accept my offer.
Jacopo, how did you get around Lassine and his men? So they went back to the inn.
Now, let's be on our way, Edmond.
No, they won't stay at the inn long. Now, once they know Jacopo's been there, we'll wait for them here.
But we have to get back to Paris to save that sergeant from execution.
We need Lassine for that and proof. No hurry, gentlemen. You're right here. Let's waste no more time, gentlemen. The carriage is waiting, and we have a long journey to Paris.
There he is. Thank you for everything.